You're watching Sound Sleep Solutions on Parents TV.
One of the ways to help your baby get a good night's sleep is to make sure they have a successful nap time, but sometimes that's a lot easier said than done.
She was pretty regular, 2 naps a day for a long time, and when she turned a year, that was when it all sort of started to change, and she wasn't as willing to take a morning nap.
That's when Tricia Estill consulted sleep experts Kira Ryan and Connor Herman of Dream Team Baby. They say 13-month-old McGuire's behavior is normal.
She didn't nap this morning, right?
No.
You put her in her crib, though?
Yes.
Well, this is a typical problem that a lot of parents have around the time that their babies turn 1, because their babies go through a big growth stage. We like to call them milestone, where their bodies are starting to move in all sorts of different directions. They're starting to play with words, and a lot of times that can affect sleep.
If a child is resisting one of the naps consistently for 2 weeks or more, it's a pretty clear sign that they're not going through a milestone, or they're not having a really acute teething episode. If it goes on for 2 weeks, it's a clear message. Your baby's ready to move to 1 nap.
Transitioning from 2 naps to 1 takes some preparation for both you and baby.
It was more me that was falling apart. I wasn't necessarily ready, because she was only 12 months, to get rid of that morning nap. So that's sort of why I questioned it. Is it time? Is it not time?
The Dream Team says it's definitely time to make a change.
But a month is a long enough time to...
She's sending a clear message.
Instead of just getting rid of that nap and keeping the second nap, the afternoon nap, at the time that it usually happens, moving that nap a little bit earlier in the day so that the baby isn't so overtired by the time that nap comes will help the baby adjust a lot easier.
Kira and Connor have some guidelines for napping.
We call it making naps a snap. And the S stands for stimulation. If you're trying to transition to 1 nap, it's really important to make sure that you give your child a lot of stimulation leading up to it, not right before it, but in the hours before it. Go outside, get fresh air, go to a music class. The N stands for nighttime.
The Dream Team recommends going through a routine similar to bedtime.
Sing a song, change their diaper. Everything that happens before bedtime happens before nap time as well.
Pull down the blackout shades so that the room is nice and dark, because if you're trying to communicate to your baby now that it's time to sleep, you want the environment to be consistent.
And include a little bit of wind down time, because daytime is fun and sometimes babies have a hard time transitioning, so have that fun outside, build in some wind down time before nap time. Makes it a lot easier. The A is for awake. Put your baby down for a nap, awake. It'll just be much easier for them if they do wake up halfway through their nap to be able to put themselves back to sleep again. And the P stands for place. Make sure your baby has a consistent sleep place, and ideally that's the crib, not the car seat, not the stroller, because the crib is really ideal.
The Dream Team says stroller naps aren't necessarily bad, but they should be the exception, not the rule. So how many hours of daytime sleep should your little one get?
Every child's a little bit different, but in general, for babies that are 4 months and younger, they need a lot of sleep during the day and during the night. So generally, they're awake for 2 or 3 hours before they need a nap. Between 4 and 6 months, they need between 3 and 4 hours of sleep during the day, and that's generally in 3 naps. From 6 to 12 months, they need 2 to 3 hours of sleep during the day, and that's generally in 2 naps. And then from 12 months to 18 months, they do the transition, but generally from 18 months on, it's 1 big nap, an hour and a half to 3 hours, depending.
After monitoring McGuire's naps for a month now, Tricia's ready to make the change.
And now that I've had some time to adjust to it, I'm okay with getting rid of it too. So I'll probably go down to 1 nap.
She can do it, and she's proven that she's big enough and ready. Yeah. So now it's time to help her get there.
Okay.
Long afternoon nap.
Yeah.
You ready?